my name is Roby, and this is my speech on the importance of vehicle maintenance. How much time do you think you spend in your car daily, just driving? Maybe how often you drive weekly, monthly, even yearly. Now, how many miles do you think all of that time adds up to? According to ConsumerAffairs.com, the American Automobile Association estimated in 2023 that the average cost of vehicle maintenance and repairs came to about $9.83 for every mile driven. Now you might ask, Roby, why is it that much? And thanks for asking. I've pretty much been raised around mechanics and cars my entire life. My family has a running joke that me and my little sister were born on a racetrack. So I'll let you in on a little secret. When you take your car in for maintenance or repairs, you aren't just paying for parts. You're also paying for the bay, for the labor, and for service fees. By understanding how to do basic maintenance on your vehicle, you're able to spend more time on the road and less time on the sidelines. Today, I'm going to talk about a few simple tasks and why they're important. But before doing any kind of maintenance, having a good set of basic tools is your first step. Having a set of wrenches, ratchets, and a nice socket set will ensure that you can do pretty much any basic job. For some jobs, it'll come in handy to have pliers, screwdrivers, maybe jacks and jack stands, but not necessary. Our first task is going to be checking your tire pressure. By keeping your tires at the correct pressure, you're preventing unnecessary wear. We call this preventative maintenance. To check this, you can pull up to almost any gas station, and it should have a tire pump. The tire pump will have a tire gauge attached to it. To know how much air your tires need, you can check on your driver's side or your passenger side, and it'll have a small chart. In my car, it has summer versus winter. It might not be the same for you, but you could always check your owner's manual, and you can Google the make, model, and year of your vehicle, and it'll tell you all kinds of different information. Once you take the covers off of your valve stems, you can attach the air hose from your air pump, and you want to make sure you're watching the gauge as you fill up. Once you have the level you need, you're just going to take the air hose off, replace the cap, and you're good to go. Our next task is going to be tire thread. By checking your tire's thread, you can know the longevity of your tires. And to do this, it's super easy. Grab a simple penny. You want Lincoln's head facing you and on the bottom of the penny. You're going to place it with Lincoln's head down into your tire thread. If you can see the top of Lincoln's head, you know your tires are starting to get bald and need to get them replaced. Our last task is going to be a tire change, which is a little bit more complicated. Knowing how to change a tire is very important though, especially in emergency settings. Say you're driving on the highway and you get a flat, or you run something over and don't notice until you're at home. It's not safe or recommended to drive on a flat tire. So knowing how to change one without having to call for a tow truck or roadside assistance is crucial, and it's going to save you time and money. All you need is a socket set, a ratchet, and a jack. To start, you need to know what size lug nuts are for your vehicle. To figure this out, you just take your socket set, and you're just going to test fit onto the lug nuts. For my vehicle, I have a 22 millimeter socket that fits right onto my lug nuts. Before you do anything else, you want to break the torque on your tires, and then you're going to grab the jack, which most vehicles have one in the trunk of the car, right next to your spare tire. We also call this a donut. But your vehicle has a pinch point, so where the side of your car meets the underside of your car and creates this pinch point right in the middle. And that's the strongest part of your car so that you can lift your car in the air. Once you have your jack set up and you start raising your car, you want your tire to be able to spin freely or about 6 inches off the ground. Once that's done, you want to take your lug nuts the rest of the way off, take your old tire off, put your spare tire on, and then you're going to hand tighten your lug nuts. You're going to then lower the jack and remove the jack from underneath the car, and you're going to tighten your lug nuts down with your ratchet. It is not recommended, very not recommended, to drive on a spare tire or a donut tire, and it's definitely not recommended to go over around 40 miles an hour on your way to go get a new tire. Depending on the brand of the car that you drive, your repair costs change drastically. According to lookupaplate.com, Kelly Blue Book estimates that consumers spend an average of $548.32 fixing their car. Their analysis is based on a database of auto repair and replacement costs. Moreover, prices range from around $651 for a Kia Rio to $4,143 for a Chevrolet Bolt EV. Today, we learned a very important life skill in terms of preventative maintenance and keeping your car on the road, and why it's so important to know how to do these things. Checking your tire pressure, checking your tire thread, and especially how to change a tire. Knowing how to do the basics means more money in your pocket and a better understanding of the vehicle and really the machine that you get in and drive every single day.